My name is Rachel. I want to tell you my story. It's not a happy story at the start, but maybe it helps someone. Maybe it helps you. I live in a small town called Willow Creek. It's a pretty town. There are many trees. There is a river that runs through it. People are friendly here. Or they seem friendly. I thought my life was perfect. Really perfect. I had a husband. His name is Mark. I loved him very much. I thought he loved me too. We had 2 children. A girl named Lily. She is 8 years old. And a boy named Tom. He is 6. They are good children. They make me happy. We lived in a nice house. It had a small garden. Mark and I planted flowers there. Red flowers, yellow flowers. We painted the house blue, our favorite color. Inside, the house was warm. We had photos on the walls, photos of our wedding, photos of Lily and Tom when they were babies, photos of us smiling, always smiling. Mark worked in the city. He had a good job in an office. He worked with computers. I stayed at home with the children. I cooked meals. I cleaned the house. I helped Lily with her homework. I played with Tom in the garden. It was a simple life, but I liked it. I felt safe. I felt loved. Mark was usually kind. He helped me sometimes. He played with the children on weekends. We went for walks by the river. We had picnics in the park. On Saturday nights, after the children slept, we watched movies together. He held my hand. He told me I was beautiful. He said, "Rachel, you are my everything." I believed him. Why would I not believe him? He was my husband, the father of my children, the man I planned to grow old with. For 10 years, life was like this. Quiet, simple, happy. I trusted Mark completely. With my heart. With my life. With our family. I never checked his pockets. I never looked at his phone. I never asked too many questions when he came home late. He said work was busy. I believed him. Trust was important to me. I thought it was important to him too. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was blind. Things started to change slowly. So slowly, I did not see it at first. Mark started working later. Much later. He came home tired. He did not talk much. He just ate dinner quietly and watched TV. He stopped holding my hand during movies. He stopped saying I was beautiful. He started being very careful with his phone. Before, he left it on the table or on the sofa. Now he always kept it in his pocket, even at home. He took it to the bathroom. He put it under his pillow when he slept. This was new. This was strange. One night, I asked him, "Mark, is everything okay? You seem quiet." He looked at me for a second. His eyes looked far away. "I'm just tired, Rachel," he said. "Work is very stressful." I wanted to ask more, but he turned back to the TV. The conversation was over. I told myself not to worry. Maybe he was just tired. Maybe work was really hard. I should be a good wife. I should support him. So I tried. I made his favorite food. I kept the house extra clean. I told the children to be quiet when he came home. But nothing changed. He stayed distant. He stayed quiet. And he kept his phone very close. Then came the day that changed everything. It was a Saturday morning. Mark was outside. He was cutting the grass in the garden. He left his phone on the kitchen table. He never did that. Maybe he forgot. I was cleaning the kitchen. I saw the phone lying there. It buzzed. A message came. The screen lit up. I did not want to look. Really, I did not. But my eyes saw a name, Sarah, and a message preview. It said, "Thinking of you. Last night was amazing." My heart stopped. Sarah? Who was Sarah? I did not know any Sarah. Mark never mentioned a Sarah from work. My hand started to shake. Amazing? What was amazing last night? Mark was home last night. He came home late. He said he was working. I felt cold inside, like ice was running through my body. I told myself, "Don't look, Rachel. It's his phone. Trust him." But another voice inside me whispered, "Look, you need to know the truth." My hand reached for the phone. It felt heavy. I felt like I was doing something wrong. But I needed to know. I picked it up. My fingers were shaking so much. I touched the screen. The phone was not locked. He usually locked it. Why was it open? Now I opened the messages from Sarah. There were many messages, not just one. Messages from yesterday, from last week, from last month. "I miss you so much. When can I see you again? Your wife doesn't know, right? You are amazing, Mark. Love you, love you. That message broke me. Love you." He said that to me. Now he said it to another woman, Sarah. I scrolled up. More messages. Photos too. Photos of them together, smiling. At a restaurant I didn't know. In a park I had never seen. One photo showed them kissing. Kissing. My husband. Kissing another woman. I felt sick. I wanted to throw up. I put the phone down on the table. My legs felt weak. I sat down on a chair. I couldn't breathe properly. Tears started running down my face. Hot tears. Tears of pain. Tears of anger. Tears of betrayal. How could he do this? To me? To our children? To our family? Our life? Our home? Was everything a lie? The walks by the river? The movies on the couch? The flowers in the garden? His words? "You are my everything"? All lies? I heard Mark coming back inside. He was whistling a happy tune. He walked into the kitchen. He saw me sitting there. He saw my face. He saw the tears. Then he saw his phone on the table. His eyes grew wide. His face turned pale. He stopped whistling. He knew. He knew that I knew. We looked at each other for a long time. The kitchen was silent. Only the sound of my crying. Then he spoke. His voice was low. "Rachel, I can explain." Explain? How could he explain this? How could he explain the messages, the photos, the lies? "Who is she?" I asked. My voice was shaking. It didn't sound like my voice. He looked down at the floor. She's just someone from work." "Just someone?" I said, my voice getting louder. "The messages don't say just someone. The photos don't say just someone." He didn't answer. He just stood there, looking guilty. Looking weak. "How long, Mark?" I asked. "How long has this been happening?" He hesitated. "A few months," he whispered. "A few months. He lied to me every day for months. He came home to me. He slept in our bed. He kissed our children goodnight. All while loving another woman. Why?" I cried. "Why did you do this? Was I not good enough? Was our life not good enough?" "It's not about you, Rachel," he said quickly. "It's complicated. Complicated. Loving your wife and children is not complicated. Building a life together is not complicated. Trust is not complicated. Lying is complicated. Cheating is complicated. I felt so angry. I wanted to scream. I wanted to hit him. But I didn't. I just cried. I felt so broken. Like my whole world had fallen apart. The perfect life I thought I had, it was gone. It was never real. "Get out," I whispered. "What?" He looked surprised. "Get out of my house," I said, louder this time. "Now." "Rachel, please." "Get out!" I screamed. He looked scared. He took a step back. He picked up his phone from the table. He didn't look at me again. He walked out of the kitchen, out of the house. I heard his car start. I heard it drive away. Then, silence, deep, heavy silence. I sat there alone in the kitchen. The sun was shining outside. Birds were singing. But inside my house, inside my heart, it was dark. It was cold. It was broken. My children came downstairs. Lily asked, "Mama, why are you crying? Where is Daddy?" I wiped my tears. I tried to smile. "Daddy had to go somewhere, sweetie," I said. "Mama is just a little sad today." Tom hugged my legs. "Don't be sad, Mama." I hugged them both tightly, so tightly. They were real. Their love was real. They were my reason to be strong. But how could I be strong? My husband, the man I loved and trusted, had a secret life. A life with another woman. A woman named Sarah. Who was she? Why did he choose her? My mind was full of questions, full of pain. I didn't know what to do next. I only knew one thing. My life would never be the same again. The days after Mark left were blurry. It felt like living in a thick fog. I moved through the house like a ghost. I cooked for the children. I read them stories. I tucked them into bed. But I wasn't really there. My mind was always somewhere else. Thinking about Mark. Thinking about Sarah. Thinking about the lies. I cried a lot. Mostly at night, when the children were asleep. I cried in the shower so they wouldn't hear me. I cried looking at our wedding photos. The smiling faces seemed like strangers now. Was he thinking about her even then? I felt so many things. Sadness. Deep sadness that felt like a heavy stone in my chest. Anger. Hot anger that made me want to break things. Confusion, like I was lost in a dark forest with no path. And shame. Why shame? It wasn't my fault. But I felt ashamed. Like I had failed. Like I wasn't enough. My friend Chloe came over. She is my best friend since school. She knew something was wrong. I hadn't called her. I hadn't answered her messages. She just showed up at my door with soup and a hug. I told her everything. About the phone. About the messages. About Sarah. About Mark leaving. Chloe listened quietly. She held my hand. She didn't say, "I told you so," even though she never fully trusted Mark. She just said, "Oh, Rachel, I'm so sorry." Having Chloe there helped. Talking about it helped a little. It made the pain feel more real, but also less lonely. "What are you going to do?" she asked gently. "I don't know," I whispered. "I feel so lost." "Take your time," Chloe said. "You don't have to decide anything right now. Just breathe. Take care of yourself and the kids." Mark called a few times. I didn't answer. What could he say? Sorry? Sorry is not enough. Not for this. He sent messages too. Rachel, please talk to me. I miss you and the kids. I made a terrible mistake. A mistake? Calling it a mistake felt small. It felt like spilling coffee is a mistake. Having a secret life with another woman for months? That felt like a choice. A decision he made every day. I needed to know more about Sarah. Who was she? Was she younger? Prettier? Did she work with him? I looked online. I searched her name. I found her profile on a work website. Yes, she worked at the same company as Mark. There was a photo. She was young. She had long, dark hair and bright eyes. She looked confident, happy. Seeing her face hurt. It made the betrayal feel sharp again. Was this the woman my husband loved? Was she better than me? I started comparing myself to her. Her job, her looks, her smile. It was a dark path. It made me feel worse. Chloe told me to stop looking. It doesn't matter who she is, Rachel, she said. What matters is what Mark did. Focus on yourself. Easier said than done. I had practical things to worry about too. Money. Mark always handled the bank accounts. I didn't know how much money we had. How would I pay the bills? Buy food? Take care of the children? I found some old bank statements. I called the bank. It was difficult. I felt stupid asking basic questions, but I had to learn. Slowly, I started to manage things. I made a budget. I paid the electricity bill. I bought groceries carefully. It was hard. I was always tired. But doing these small things made me feel a tiny bit stronger, like I could survive this. One afternoon, Mark came to the house. He didn't call first. He just knocked on the door. The children were at school. I opened the door but didn't let him in. "What do you want, Mark?" I asked. My voice was steady. "I want to talk," he said. He looked tired, sad. "Can I come in?" "No," I said. "Talk from there." He sighed. "Rachel, I'm so sorry. I never wanted to hurt you." "But you did hurt me," I said. "You hurt me very much." "I know, and I hate myself for it." "Sarah, it was exciting at first. My life felt boring. Work was stressful. She paid attention to me. Boring? Our life was boring? The life we built together? The life with our children?" His words felt like another knife twisting in my heart. "So you destroyed our family because you were bored?" I asked. "No, it wasn't like that. It just happened. And then I couldn't stop it." "You could have stopped it, Mark," I said. "You could have told me you were unhappy. We could have talked. We could have tried to fix things. But you chose to lie. You chose her." "I know I made the wrong choice," he said, his voice breaking. "I miss you. I miss the kids. I want to come home." "Come home? Just like that? After everything?" "I don't know if I can ever trust you again, Mark," I said honestly. "Trust is like glass. Once it's broken, it's never the same." "We can fix it," he pleaded. "I'll do anything. I'll stop seeing her. I'll go to therapy. Please, Rachel, give me another chance." I looked at him. Part of me, a small, weak part, wanted to believe him, wanted the pain to stop, wanted my old life back. But the bigger part of me remembered the messages, the photos, the lies, the feeling of my world crashing down. "I need time, Mark," I said. "I need space. I need to think." He looked disappointed but nodded slowly. "Okay," he said. "Okay." I'll wait. But please, don't shut me out forever. He turned and walked away. I closed the door. I leaned against it. My legs were shaking again. Giving him another chance? Could I do that? Could I live with the constant doubt? The fear that he would do it again? Could I look at him every day and not see Sarah's face? I didn't know. I really didn't know. The fog was still thick. The path was still dark. But maybe, just maybe, there was a tiny light somewhere. A light for me. A light for my future. Whatever that future might be. Without him, or somehow, maybe with a changed him? The thought was confusing, painful. I needed more time. A lot more time. Weeks turned into months. Mark kept his distance mostly. He called sometimes to talk to the children. He sent money for the house and the kids. He didn't push me. He said he was waiting. He said he had stopped seeing Sarah. He said he started going to therapy, talking to someone about his problems. Did I believe him? I wasn't sure. Part of me wanted to hope. The part that missed the family we had. The part that felt sorry for him, seeing him lost and alone. But another part of me was scared. Scared of being hurt again. Scared of trusting someone who broke my trust so badly. I focused on the children. Lily was quiet. She asked about her dad sometimes. "Is Daddy mad at us?" she asked one night. "No, sweetie." I hugged her tight. "Daddy is not mad at you. He loves you very much. Grown-ups just have problems sometimes." It hurt to see her confusion. Tom was younger. He didn't understand much. He just missed playing with his dad. "When is Daddy coming home?" he asked often. I didn't have an answer for him. I started doing things for myself, too. Small things. Chloe encouraged me. We started going for walks in the park again, just us. We talked about everything except Mark sometimes. It felt good to laugh again, even a little. I found an old box in the closet. Inside were my drawing pencils and sketchbooks from before I was married. I used to love drawing. Mark said it was a silly hobby, but now I took them out. I sat at the kitchen table after the kids were asleep. I started drawing again. Simple things first. A flower, a tree, the river. Drawing felt good. It calmed my mind. It was something just for me, something Mark didn't control or judge. It helped me feel like Rachel again, not just Mark's wife, not just a broken woman, just Rachel. One day, Chloe suggested I join a local art group. "They meet at the community center on Wednesdays," she said. "Just for fun, no pressure." I was nervous. Meeting new people felt scary. But I went. The group was small, mostly older women. They were kind. They smiled. They didn't ask about my life. They just talked about colors and paper and painting. I felt comfortable there. I started going every week. Slowly, very slowly, I started to heal. The pain was still there, like a scar. It would always be there, I think. But it didn't hurt so much every minute of every day. I could breathe again. I could see a little bit of sunshine through the fog. I started thinking about the future. My future. The children's future. What did I want? Did I want Mark back in our lives? If he really changed, could we build something new? Or was it better to close that door forever? To build a new life just for me and the kids? Mark asked to see me again. He wanted to talk, properly talk. I agreed. We met at a quiet cafe, not our old favorite place, a new place. He looked different. Calmer, maybe sadder, but more real. He told me about his therapy. He said he understood now why he did what he did. He talked about feeling lost, feeling pressure, feeling like he wasn't good enough. He didn't make excuses. He just explained. He said he ended things completely with Sarah. He said he knew he had broken everything. He didn't ask me to take him back right away. He just asked if we could try. Slowly. Maybe start with talking. Maybe family therapy with the children. Maybe just being friends for a while. I know I don't deserve it, Rachel, he said, looking straight into my eyes. But I love you. I always loved you even when I was lost, and I love our children. I want to be a better man, a better husband, a better father. If you give me a chance, just a small chance. I listened. My heart was beating fast. He sounded sincere. He sounded like he understood the pain he caused. But the fear was still there. The scar still ached. Could I trust him? Could I risk my heart again? The children deserved their father. But did they deserve a father who might hurt their mother again? Did I deserve a life of constantly looking over my shoulder? I looked at him sitting there. The man I loved for so many years. The man who gave me my children. The man who broke my heart into a million pieces. I don't know, Mark, I said softly. My voice didn't shake this time. I really don't know. Forgiving you. Trusting you again. It's the hardest thing I can imagine. I know, he said quietly. I understand. Just think about it, please. I nodded slowly. I will think about it. We left the cafe. He walked me to my car. He didn't try to hug me. He just said, "Thank you for listening, Rachel." I drove home. My mind was spinning. What was the right thing to do? For me? For Lily? For Tom? There were no easy answers. That night, I sat with my sketchbook. I didn't draw flowers or trees. I drew a path splitting in two directions. One path led back to the familiar house, maybe rebuilt, maybe still broken. The other path led into the unknown. A forest, maybe dark, maybe full of light. I didn't know which path to take, but I knew one thing for sure. The choice was mine. Not Mark's, not Chloe's. Mine. I had found my voice again. I had found my strength. Whatever path I chose, I would walk it with my head held high. I was Rachel. And I would survive. I would find my own way to be happy again. Maybe that happiness would include Mark, maybe not. But it would be my happiness. Earned, real, and built on truth, not lies. The journey was far from over. But for the first time in a long time, I felt a little bit of hope. Hope for myself. And that felt like a new beginning. If you are listening to my story, maybe you feel lost too. Maybe someone hurt you. Maybe you feel broken. I want to tell you, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. But please know, you are strong, stronger than you think. Healing takes time. It's okay to take that time. Be kind to yourself. Find small things that bring you joy. Talk to someone you trust. And remember, you deserve happiness. You deserve truth. You deserve love that doesn't break you. Keep going. One step at a time. You can find your path too. Thank you for listening.